Whatty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Magi Labyrinth of Magic chapter 319, and I don't know why we didn't get a Magi Labyrinth of Magic or Magi Sinbad no Boken chapter last week, but we're getting them this week, so I'm really happy about that. And if you haven't read Sinbad no Boken manga, you need to read it, especially this week's chapter of Sinbad no Boken. It definitely explains a lot about Shah Khan and Masor's relationship. It definitely does, and plus it's fucking cute as overload. It just is. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anything else about Sinbad no Boken. And I made a live reaction for Manga Nerdigan live reaction for this week's Sinbad no Boken as well. So it's all in the Magi playlist on my YouTube channel, so make sure you got the Nerdigans to check that out. So anyway, let's get, before we get to the chapter, last week I was freaking great because we have Coexit happening. So what that is, what I mean by Coexit, I plan on Brexit, for those that don't understand that. So we found out the Empire of Kou is leaving the Seven Seas Alliance. And oh my commune Arceus, I'm so proud of the Kou Empire. And I'm really happy that Reem is still not going to join the Seven Seas Alliance. Power to Reem. Anyway, let's get to the chapter. Lord Sinbad, thank you for this peaceful world. So Sinbad is stunned after hearing Kugyoki's speech. The gears of the world turn anew. And I wonder because a couple chapters ago, Sinbad, or a few chapters ago, we found out that Sinbad was talking with David, and then by the end of the chapter, a few chapters ago, by the end of the chapter, Sinbad was no longer hearing David's voice, and then we saw in the chapter after that, that when Sinbad went to the grave of the people that he lost in the war, which I'm pissed off that, I'm still mad that they spoiled a future arc of Sinbad no Boken. I'm mad about that. You shouldn't have spoiled that. That makes me hyped for Sinbad no Boken, because we're going to get a really good arc of Sinbad no Boken. But I'm mad that we found out that Roumarou dies and Princess Serenadine dies. But I'm wondering if, and then after seeing the grave, then Sinbad gained back his sanity, because it looked like for a second that Sinbad was going to snap and become like David. But I'm wondering now if Sinbad is going to lose because of this, because of Kyokuki and the Kou Empire leaving. Is that going to cause Sinbad to snap? And also, hold on, what was I going to say? Damn it, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, let's continue on. So this is called Kugyoku's gratitude. Okay, so we're at the regular assembly of the International Alliance. So the Kou Empire is leaving the International Alliance? I finally said what kept my, and this is Kogyoku saying this, what kept my pride, what my pride had kept me from saying till now. I want to forgive you of my own volition. But Empress Kogyoku, what will you do about the huge sum of money that the Kou Empire borrowed from the Alliance? We will pay it back, pay it in full, along with the interest owed. That should be okay. No, it's not okay. With this, Kou will estrange itself from the Seven Seas Alliance, right? Excuse me, I have something I'd like to ask. What is it? Can my country still utilize the Fan Trading Company's teleportation magic circles even if Kou leaves the Alliance? Ooh, now that's a good question. I didn't think about that. What's going to happen with the Fan Trade Company's magic circles? But I'm wondering if Alibaba was planning for this. I wonder if Alibaba was trolling. We'll see. That's right. Those magic circles have become necessary for us as well. Please let our country use them too. You idiot, what the hell are you saying? By the way, the Reem Empire is currently working with the Kou Empire, and we are thinking about creating a new trading pact. Woo! Oh, what are you saying, Ambassador of Reem? It's not as crass as you think. That's right. Let me explain our thinking. The way the international alliance works right now is magnificent, but it is not perfect. In fact, some nations which could not handle the economic competition were driven out. And that's true because right now, the way Sinbad has it set, or in the alliances have it set, the Sindria Trading Company is kind of in a way, is somewhat of a monopoly. Because think about it. Remember how Sinbad was treating Alibaba and the Fan Company for a bit? He was saying that they couldn't do shit. He was trying to drive them out of business. And it seemed like the Sindria Trading Company was trying to monopolize the market. So, anyway, and that's what they're saying. There should be alternative options out there in case the alliance's stability ever reaches a point of crisis. Nobody is perfect. Thank you! So it would be better if different ways of thinking coexisted. Hence, free market economy. Sinbad's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And here's Kogyoko. Let us share the burden equally with you and carry the world upon our shoulders. I don't know what... Oh, man. Sinbad might snap. Uh-oh. Sinbad could snap from this. Oh, Sinbad's not happy. Look at that. Sinbad is not happy about this because Sinbad's like, shit. They fucking got me there. Because Sinbad's like, crap, they're going to try and get rid of my government monopoly. And you know they're right. And the reason why I'm saying that they're right, and they make a really good point, especially about the alternative options out there in case the alliance's stability ever reaches a point of a crisis. Because look at Venezuela is the best example of that. Because Venezuela has a government, and also Puerto Rico, too, is another example, where there's a government monopoly. The government has a monopoly on just about everything. And look where they are now. Look at where their economies are now. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. I bid you farewell. And by the way, Kina is also living... Oh, Kina's also leaving the alliance! Recall those wanted posters. Hakuryu and I had no choice but to take our metal vessels with us. It was for self-defense. What do you... Oh my god, Kina's leaving the alliance! Oh my god! What do you mean? Ask Sinbad over there. He'll be able to tell you what happened. Ah, that felt great. Kina's leaving the alliance! Oh my god, Kina's leaving the alliance too! Oh my god! Anyway, Sinbad looked a real fool, failing to notice the conspiracy between our three countries. Oh man! They just trolled Sinbad! Oh man! Sinbad, something about Sinbad. Especially if you've read Sinbad no Boken, and this is why I say, you nerdigans need to read Sinbad no Boken. Sinbad is a fucking troll. He is. He likes to troll. He likes to be the head troll. And he does, and based on what we're seeing right now, he does, and based on what we've seen in Sinbad no Boken as well, he doesn't like to be out trolled. He doesn't. He's gonna fucking snap soon. Here we go. Let me get back to the manga now. He underestimated you because leaving the alliance would not be beneficial for the Kou Empire. You're a brave person. Wouldn't it have been easier to continue relying on the international alliance? Yes, but I did it anyway. The faces my countrymen are now brighter than before. We're going to have to work hard from now on. But is Sinbad the type to give up even when he just keeps losing? Lord Ruhiko, it's not like everyone lives while putting their rivalries first. Too close. Shut up! I love Takuhiko. You're so annoying. I told you to stop using that flattering tone. It makes me feel sick. But you are the ruler of a country, so... Aladdin once said Mr. Moo is a shy person, so it's normal for him to be polite. Tell Aladdin that he's annoying too. I love that. Just tell Aladdin he's annoying too. It's fine. Lord Sinbad agrees with Aladdin and the others' views. No, he doesn't. He does not agree with Aladdin and the others' views. If you remember, he was just putting on a face. He was just going with the flow. And then afterwards, he was like, fuck you, Aladdin. Fuck you guys. You guys are idiots. There you go. They went to Parthevia several times and also told him about Arba schemes. And Lord Sinbad said he'd worked hard together with everyone else. No, he's not going to work hard together with everyone else. Sinbad fucking lied. Sinbad's not going to work together with everyone else. He is lying. He is lying. So we don't have to worry. Why? Oh, here we go. I'm telling you, Sinbad's about to fucking snap. Just watch. I'm going to predict right now. He's going to start hearing and listening to David's voice. Why? Didn't I foresee this? Why didn't I foresee this possibility? How can I not have foreseen that Princess Kogyoku would leave the alliance with such a sarcastic and spiteful remark? It was nothing more than a spiteful remark after all. How was it spiteful? Sinbad! Did anyone else think it was sarcastic and spiteful? Or is Sinbad just losing it? I think Sinbad is losing it because he doesn't like that that everything's falling apart. But yeah, Sinbad, no. And then he's just remembering what Kogyoku said. Thank you for this peaceful world, Lord Sinbad. Thank you for this peaceful world, was it? Then why are you getting in the way of that peace? If you divide power, disaster and strife will follow. Wait, whoa. Let me repeat what he just was thinking. If you divide power, disaster and strife will follow. What? Okay, well, let me finish what his thought here. She experienced the Kou Civil War just a few years ago, so why can't she understand this? No, Sinbad, why can't you understand this? First of all, you're kind of dividing power in the Seven Seas alliances, so what you're saying is extremely hypocritical. Your logic makes no sense here. The other thing is, so basically what you're saying is you want to be a fucking dictator. That's what it sounds like to me, is you want to be a dictator. I don't know if you nerdigans agree with me or not, but Sinbad sounds like he's starting to want to become a dictator. Or a king. Well, he technically is a king. But it sounds like, to me, that Sinbad wants to take even more control. He wants more of a power grab than he has now. That's just what it sounds like to me, because like the signs are already there, but the fact that he wants to have a government monopoly on certain goods, it sounds like it. Conflict between those who struggle for supremacy ends in disaster, just like what happened between Reem and Parthevia in the past. We'll find out more again. We're going to find out more about that in Sinbad no Boken when we get to that arc. We're not there yet. If I hold all the powers in my hands, then such tragedies will not happen again. That is the destiny I have foreseen. See? What am I telling you? What did I tell you? It sounds like Sinbad wants to be a dictator. And it sounds like Sinbad wants to be like David. Because remember the story of David when Aladdin told us about the story of David and Solomon. David was thinking the same way. He had the same intentions. So, yeah. Frickin' A. Sinbad, your logic is so frickin' flawed. No. Lately, I haven't been able to see it anymore. It's the first time this happened. Before, it felt like I was riding the waves of destiny. I have made what I imagined a reality. Many people believed in my ideals and followed me, and we advanced on towards the glorious things which awaited us. See, now these are flashbacks from Sinbad no Boken. You will see it just right now. See, Lord Sinbad. See, there's flashbacks from Sinbad no Boken. You're the only one who can do it, Lord Sinbad. Things went down the drain the moment he came back. He's blaming Ali Baba. It was so easy for me to bring the other countries to my side, yet why is he the only one? Ali Baba can see destiny. Doesn't that sound familiar? For those that don't remember, I'm telling you, go read Sinbad no Boken, because it's tying into this, because Sinbad no Boken, it was mentioned how Sinbad could see destiny. And I'm wondering, and I'm curious what you Nerdigans think, because I wonder if it has anything to do with David being a part of Sinbad. I wonder if David has always been with Sinbad. The reason why I ask that is because notice when David when he stopped hearing David's voice and he left to go with Arba, he stopped seeing the waves of destiny. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with David leaving Sinbad to go help Arba. So I want to know what you Nerdigans think about that. Okay, so now back to Sinbad's thoughts. Impossible. He isn't anyone special. Everyone, and then Aladdin says, everyone can see a little bit of destiny. That's impossible. If that were so, then why is the world full of mistakes? Why is it full of failures? Uncle, and then it flashes back to Aladdin saying, Uncle, you've also made mistakes because you're just an ordinary human. Me, an ordinary human? I won't tolerate such talk. I really can hear its voice. I've become one with God as a being equal to God. There's no doubt that I'm an exceptional human. And I'm wondering if this has something to do, if this is because he's brainwashed by David. I'm telling you, Sinbad has been brainwashed by David at this point. I'm thinking it's, and this is what I mean. Sinbad says, I become one with God as one with God. This is what I mean by that David has always been a part of Sinbad, because David said, because remember the story of David. David said that he became near the end of the story of David and Solomon, David became one with God, supposedly. So that's why I'm thinking David's always been a part of Sinbad, and until David left to go with Arba, that's why Sinbad could see destiny. But I can't hear David's voice anymore. It's quite ironic that I came to rely so much on it. Hey, Sinbad, are you listening to me? Woo! Look at that shit. Notice that the panel goes black. I wonder what happened. The Parthian Empire. Singularity. Destiny. Just what in the world am I? Answer me, David. Lord Sinbad, I have something urgent to discuss with you. Arba, this is our last opportunity to go after the sacred palace. Oh my God! They're gonna go after the sacred palace! Oh my God! The darkness silently draws near to Sinbad, the man beloved by destiny. How will the first-class singularity react to Arba's serpentine coaxing? Oh my God! Oh my freaking God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! So instead, I wonder. Okay, I have to ask. Where do you Nerdigans think David is? Do you think David is waiting for Sinbad at the Sacred Palace, or do you think David's? I'm wondering. Do you think David's already fighting at the Sacred Palace and requested Arba to? And I think this is what it is. David's probably at the Sacred Palace fighting to take the Sacred Palace, and Arba came to get Sinbad so that they can, and this is why he said this is why she said this is our last opportunity to go after the Sacred Palace, because it's without Sinbad the Sacred Palace is lost. Oh my God, this chapter, man. Oh man. But the question is, why now? Why now is the Sacred Palace the Sacred Palace is about to fall? Is it because that Sinbad is going to the darkness? Because look at, this is why I think that panel where it goes black is kind of important. Because I think that's when Sinbad is fully drenched in the darkness. That's when he's fully into the darkness. And something I want to ask you, Nerdigans, because Hakuryu is back. Because it was mentioned last chapter that Hakuryu is back, and I think Judal is probably back with him. And what I think is going to happen is they're going to go. I think they're going to reunite with Aladdin, and Aladdin's going to they're going to find out about the Sacred that the Sacred Palace is under siege. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is that Judar is going to fight with them because Judar is Hakuryu's Magi. Remember that. And Judar is not going to fight on even though he's quote unquote evil, he's not going to fight Black Magi. He's not going to fight on Arba and Sinbad's side because he can't stand Arba. He hates her. He fucking hates Arba. So I think that Judar's gonna work, and I'm wondering if you think something might happen as well. I think Titus is gonna come with us too. I think what is gonna happen is all the Magi are gonna come together as to go to the Sacred Palace and just take this shit down. And the other thing I'm curious about is, do you think the Seven Seas Alliance is going to fight with Sinbad? Or do you think they're going to realize something is wrong with Sinbad and fight against Sinbad? That's the thing I'm curious about, most curious about. Do you think they're going to be able to fight against Sinbad? The one that I'm really curious if they're going to be able to fight against Sinbad is Jafar. That's going to be Jafar. I don't know if Jafar is going to be able to fight against Sinbad. I don't know if he can. Like, part of me thinks that he'll be able to do it because in Sinbad no Boken, like based on what in the beginning of Sinbad no Boken, I think he'll be able to do it, to be honest. And I think we'll end up getting a flashback of that in Magi and Labyrinth of Magic at some point, and of that. And I think Masur and Shar Khan will be able to do it. I honestly do. Because I think what's going to happen, and this is just a prediction, I think Masur is going to say to Sinbad that Sinbad is being enslaved by David. Because I'm going to spoil Sinbad no Boken for a second. Sorry, you need to go read Sinbad no Boken. I'm giving you a warning right now. Is that in Sinbad no Boken, Sinbad was a slave. He became brainwashed, and that's why I'm thinking Sinbad is definitely brainwashed by David at this point. So I'm thinking that they're going to mention Masur might be able to, and maybe even Jafar might try and break through to him that way, that they will say, look, do you remember that you were a slave and you are being enslaved right now by David? You're being brainwashed by David like you were before. That's what I think might happen. I want to know what you nerdigans think, especially those that have read Sinbad no Boken. And I'm telling you right now, I can't stress how important it is to read Sinbad no Boken, because especially like with how Sinbad is behaving right now, like a lot of the stuff in Sinbad no Boken, especially what we've seen with Sinbad's behavior, it's gonna come into play. So anyway, what do you nerdigans think about this chapter? What do you nerdigans think is going to happen at the Sacred Palace? What do you think is going to happen at the Sacred Palace? And what do you think David's at the Sacred Palace right now, already fighting at the Sacred Palace, or do you think that we're going to see Hakuryu and Judal pretty soon? I think we're going to see them in the next couple of chapters. That's my prediction, and I'm going to be so freaking happy. And the other thing I have to ask is, do you nerdigans agree with me? What side do you think the Seven Seas Alliance is going to take? Do you think they're going to be on Aladdin's side, Or do you think they're going to see what's going on with Sinbad and realize, holy crap, what the hell, Sinbad has turned to the darkness? Or they're going to just be on Sinbad's side? I just am not sure what's going to happen, especially with Jafar. Jafar, based on Sinbad, what I've read in Sinbad and Boken, I think Jafar could go against Sinbad. I honestly do. I honestly think he could. Because he's known Sinbad for so long, he'll know that something's up. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. And I'm sorry this video is so long, but there's so much that needed to be said about this chapter and about what's going to happen soon in this chapter, or in this arc. Because this is getting crazy. And if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a couple ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. Patreon, or you could purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. Both links are in the description box below. Also, for those that don't, in case you Nerdigans don't know, I'm going to be on tomorrow, September 12th, I'm going to be on NFL Network's Fantasy and Friends at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be having a live stream for my Vaughn Live channel for the hashtag Super Kami Fantasy Guru live stream. And if you guys want to talk with me about Magi, or if you guys want me to make a theory video for Magi, especially for what's coming, let me know, and I will definitely do that, because I think this is really fascinating on what's going on with Magi. So anyway, please let me know in the comment section, and if you want to do a collaboration with me on what's happening with Magi, please let me know in the comments, or message me, and I'll set up a hangout, and we can do that as well, and I'll have like a chat room and stuff, so you guys can chat while we do the hangout. And also make sure you follow me on Twitch, aka Twitter, my Twitch channel, my Vaughn Live channel, which, by the way, for my Super Kami Fantasy Guru live stream, you do not on Vaughn Live, I have guest chat enabled, so you do not have to create an account, which is pretty sweet. That's why I don't do them on Snapchat. And friend me on PlayStation Network and all that. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.